Hello and welcome to my channel. This is my attempt at hardcore Minecraft. In this attempt, I'm going to try to survive for 50 days in hardcore Minecraft. This actually is my third attempt, full disclosure. I was unsuccessful in my first two attempts. I will show you my first two pathetic attempts at hardcore Minecraft. And my goal is to not die stupidly. And if I'm going to die smartly. So I created a world which is about to load up. And in this world, it has lots of plains and a sun and some flowers and trees. Minecraft calls it day 0, so I'm calling it day 0. So in this world, I decided to go attack some trees, bring them down, create a nice wooden block, place it down in the world, and create some nasty, crazy wooden tools. I came across this weird stone structure and decided to look for chests. After 5 minutes, I actually found one. After collecting all the treasure, I went on a murderous rampage and then decided to start punching dirt and collect some stone and create a little hole in the world, which I called home. Then I went on another murderous rampage for the white fluffy things. At night, I scampered back into my little hole for the evening, and I started to expand my little hole, literally a little hole. I did make a bed, and I slept the night away. Next morning, I saw this monster, so I decided to murder it. So we're on day 1 now, and I've now killed a monster. I decided to expand my little hole and then punch grass for a while because grass is evil. I decided to head north towards the dark oak forest. I found some iron, and I followed that up with attacking some more trees. And as night fell, I started to dig a hole so I can avoid the nasty monsters. Digging my way down, finding more iron and more coal, and finally made my first iron pickaxe. Isn't an iron pick? I'd be curious to know how many people actually get that reference. On day 2, I decided to fall into this hole, followed by grabbing some sugarcane, followed by more sugarcane, because you can never have too much sugarcane, followed by a big, crazy furnace. So day 2, I'm going for the nomad style, living on the land. In the nomad style, you need to, collect dirt, of course, because that's what you do as a nomad, and you collect lots of dirt. And even more dirt on day 3 with my broken iron shovel. Then you collect more dirt and more dirt. I'm actually digging out this little pond to make it look nice. But in truth, I'm trying to build a house. My very first block placed down. Then I try to outline my house, trying to make it look somewhat good anyways. But after doing that for a while, I needed more wood, so I attacked some more trees. And as I was attacking trees, I heard a spider, so I went down to investigate and decided to kill another spider. And while in the cave, I collected some more resources, and then I decided to attack more trees. So again, day 4, I'm continuing to build my house, and I have most of the basic structure of the house by end of day 4. So later on day 4, I decided to go down into the mines and I got greeted by a creeper, which eventually blows up. And I continue to explore some caves. Then I go back into my little hole on day 5 that I started out in. And I finally decide to start digging down. So I decided to plant some sugarcane to begin my sugarcane empire. And just off the coast is a ship. And I get some iron and emeralds, lots of loot and paper and feathers, because you need feathers, and meat and wonderful leather loot. And on this leather loot, I had frostwalkers. So I decided to walk on the water. Along the way, I found some orange blocks. Rumors are they're called pumpkins. And I went down searching for my treasure from the treasure map. And I dug. And I pretty much found it right away. So I found a couple diamonds. Ow. 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 Excuse me, skeleton. Excuse me. Rushing back into my little hole for day 5. Almost getting killed by skeletons and spiders. But I continue on my mine, digging down into the depths of the earth. Massive cavern of death and hopelessness. So I investigated, of course. But I tried to be smart about it. Then the skeleton started to shoot at me, so I ran away. When I continued to investigate, and a couple of zombies decided to greet me, say hello. So I attacked them. As I came out of the mines at the beginning of day 6, I was greeted by another neighbor, which I promptly murdered. I did go back down into the mines again, with the goal of not getting murdered. But a nasty skeleton started shooting at me again, so I ran away. But I very smartly built a wall on both sides so I could continue my staircase of awesomeness. But I was determined to get these skeletons. So I dug around and moved around and attacked these skeletons. Slowly but surely. Then I continued to dig. So I get down to the bottom of the world and I find this cave and I start to light it up. I find some lava as well. I explored one block too far and this skeleton almost killed me. I got down to 1 heart. So I decided, hey, maybe I should get out of the mines because I don't want to die on day 6. But day 7, I'm starting to build walls of my house. Slowly, as night falls on day 7, I've got most of the walls finished. Day 8, I decided to break the furnaces and finally move into my new home, my amazing home. But with homes, you need windows. So I collected some sand and built some windows. After I did that, I decided to put some dirt down on the ground and fill in some of these evil ponds that were scattered around my house. And I collected more dirt and more dirt and more dirt. And you probably can tell I'm building a massive X farm. I call it the 4X farm. The 4X farm. But we're on day 10 now, and I finally plant some seeds. And I continued on day 10 to, try to, create a floor for my house. And they created a highway from my farm to my house. And day 10, I finally have iron armor. Go me, I am awesome. That nobody can beat that. So day 11 comes upon me. And I decide, hello, Enderman. And I decide to go exploring along the land, along the water, watching the lava slowly descend in the world. And I come across a village. There's other people living in this world, and I act like a thief and steal all their stuff, all their loot. On day 12, I find some horses and another village, which I then steal all their loot. including bread and spruce saplings and feathers and potatoes, are now all mine. Day 13, and I'm still traveling along the ocean, murdering animals, saying hello to neighboring turtles. Hey turtles. We're finding more villages, including one in the desert. And I finally get a beetroot seed. I do continue to murder some more animals. Day 15 began with me grabbing some gold, trying to figure out what I need to throw away, hearing some rattling sounds, and going down to investigate, and finding some skeletons. Went very carefully. Murder. I continue along my way, trying to figure out if there's a skeleton spawner down here, slowly killing all the mobs. I then leave where I dug and actually found the cave where this actually begins, and I find that there's nothing there. Day 16, I'm back home, back to my X farms, planting potatoes. Later, I continue my mining, trying to find good stuff. And good stuff I do find. I find a mine shaft of awesomeness. Of course, I'm too scared to really explore it because I don't really want to die. I do mine some gold, but I do not continue exploring. I run away scared. I continue to mine, find a massive lava pool, find some purple blocks. Day 17, I continue to work on my house, putting some glass in the front door, and planting some spruce trees, and chopping more trees down. Day 18, I go in search for dark oak saplings, and murdering more cows, and adventuring a little bit more. I find a ship, and loot it like crazy. Going into day 19, a noisy peasant comes by, and I see that he's trading melon seeds. So I run back and get an emerald, get the melon seeds, and then proceed to murder everybody. Ha 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 ha. Die, 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 die. He died. And I got the leads. Continuing on my adventure, I find another village, actually the closest village to my house, and I steal a bunch of stuff. Day 20, I head back home with this very kind dolphin leading the way. Thank you, dolphin. You're the best. I continue to plant my awesome farm of awesomeness, and I finally make a path towards my little mining hole cave thing, and I continue to mine as the lava tries to kill me. No, you cannot kill me. I will kill you, lava. But I do find shiny blue nuggets of awesomeness, and the lava tries to kill me again. But it does not succeed. Day 21, and I'm back home, looking at my awesome house, collecting more sugar cane, chopping more trees down, planting more of my farm, and watching the sunset. A nice peaceful day. Day 22, I see some evil wanderers out there. I get a closer look. Yeah, then I go decide to murder one of them. Bye. There's a couple in the water, but I decide to leave them alone and decide to chop more trees down and try to complete my house on day 22. I'm continuing to work on my expansion onto the second floor of my house on day 23 as I finally begin the roof. Then I tried to experiment with spruce trees. I was trying to avoid the podzol from spreading. It didn't work. But day 24, I continued working on my roof. Day 25, and I'm farming again. And I'm back on the roof, trying to finish the roof. I'm continuing to work on the house, slowly but surely. Day 26, and I'm finally working on that pond just outside of my house, trying to expand it, trying to make it look a little bit nicer. And I bone meal some of it to make it look nice and pretty, try to make it look kind of cool. I go back down into the mines and murder some zombies. I hear a witch, and then skeletons and zombies go crazy, murdering each other, then trying to murder me. So I run away until this creeper decides to greet me. Hello, creeper. Die, creeper. And I finally make a table that enchants. And I place it in my second level. And I start putting some bookcases in. I am now an enchanter. Fear me. Fear me. With my awesome Protection 1 armor. Day 28, I had some technical issues. But I basically built this, which will eventually be my villager jail. So I run out here to take a look. But I need more wood, so I chop more trees down. And I start building my villager jail on day 30 to make it look super awesome. And I chop more trees down, because that's what you do on day 30. And day 31, you chop more trees down, because that's what you need to do to build an awesome villager jail. Then I continue work on the house over the entire day 31, lighting up the roof as I go. On day 32, I venture out, looking for villagers who will join me in my boat. And I make a path so I can steal them from this village. And I travel back home. Then I steal a second villager and do the exact same thing on day 33. They finally make it back, both of them. Still alive, amazingly so. I make a villager entry system into my villager jail. And I amazingly get them to go into the villager jail, kind of, eventually. Possibly. Maybe. You want to come in? Anybody? You? There we go. But I get both of them in. Then I go steal some beds and shear some sheep to get more beds. Then back to the dirt. You know how much I love digging dirt. I have plans. My plans to build a sheep pen. On day 35, I continue digging dirt. On day 36, this is the beginning of my sheep pen. And I go find 3 sheep to bring back to the wonderful sheep pen. They will now call this home, because it is their home forever and ever. And then take some beds back to the villager jail and place them down so I can make more villagers. Then I go collect some food so I can make more villagers. And I finally make some steps and continue my highway and shear some sheep for more beds. Then I feed them the wonderful potatoes. And they make magic happen. And I realized the fault in my system of my villager jail. Yeah, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So I rush back trying to save everybody. And the baby villager is drowning underneath me. Yeah, that's the end of him. So I try to fix that on day 38. And I give them more food so they can make more villagers. But they refuse to make another villager. And I'm concerned and confused. So day 39, I tried different things. One of them is removing the roof, because I have no idea why at this point they are not making more villagers. Dear viewer, can you figure it out? So that was a failure, so I decided to build my path. Day 40 comes upon me. I slept there that day. So I decided to give them food in the morning. And what happens? Miracles happen. I got a baby villager. The reason they would not give me a villager was I had moved their beds, and they hadn't been able to choose a new bed. So I continued to work on my house now that I've solved my villager problem, working on the walls and putting some cool glass windows in. And I work on my path towards my villagers, turning it from sand into dirt, which will turn into grass. And I start making a path towards the other plains. Day 41, I work on the path to the villager jail. Later in the day, I start my planning to where I am going to put my auto farms and iron farm. Later in the day, some jolly fellows decided to come torment me. So I very smartly, for the first time on day 42 make a shield, I decided to go greet them to my home, but they decided to shoot me instead. And I very slowly and very methodically kill them. Of course, half the time they're shooting each other. Thank you guys, you're the best. So I put my trophy up on my wall, and I grab a bucket and start exploring for a cow. I do find a pillager outpost, and it took me a while to find one cow. But I did find a cow, and I grabbed its milk, and I drank it. On the way back to my home, a drow decided to shoot my boat out from under me. So I go down into the water and murder it. Though it does hit me a couple times. Ow. Ow. It did not drop a trident. I was very sad. I almost drowned. And I almost died for about the 15th time. When I got back home, day 44, a spider was there to greet me. Thank you, spider. And I look out on my wonderful farms. But I will say that I had some technical difficulties, i.e. Minecraft crashed and I lost all my footage. So I lost everything from day 45 to day 47, and I think most of day 48. But day 48, I was down in the mines, mining away. I actually found quite a few diamonds. I spent most of that time working on my house, which you'll see in a little bit, and then I came down here mining for diamonds. And I found, a decent number, around 18 there, and then I found some more. All told, I found 22 diamonds. And we're on day 49 as I come back from my mining session. And you can see what I did to the house. I built, improved the roof, put some leaves around the house, did some stuff on the inside, made some sheep happy, went back to my farms, got some carrots, some potatoes, and I went to sleep on the night of day 49. Day 50, I awoke, excited that I made it to day 50. I sheared some more sheep. I made some more beds. I went to my villager jail again. Put lots of food out there. Said hello to an iron golem on the roof. Excuse me. Made some more beds. Placed them more down. Planted some more sugarcane. Came back to my house on day 50, full of excitement, looking out at my empire as the moon rose and the sun fell. I want to thank you very much for watching me survive 50 days on hardcore Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next video, thank you very much, and goodbye.